Yo, what is up? It is your boy BDT Athletics here with my boy DakDiehl with a WrestleMania review. Starting off with night one, we got the Vision with I Show Speed taking on LA Knight and the Usos. So match was pretty solid. Like everyone was getting their moves in. Unfortunately, this match only went about 7 minutes, so wasn't a lot of match time. Which makes sense. You know, you got a celebrity in there. You don't want to go like too long. Uh, the real crescendo of it was I Show Speed kept messing up the plans for the Vision, and then it ended with Austin Theory was trying to say, "Yo, he threw you through your computer, right? Now throw him through this." And then I Show Speed hit the ropes, and then as he hit the ropes, LA Knight threw Austin Theory into him. They banged. LA Knight, BFT, 1, 2, 3, LA Knight. They won.
Yeah.
Logan Paul was absolutely livid that they lost. He started beating down I Show Speed, set him up on the table, was about to go for a splash through the table, and then certain somebody interfered. They were saved by the Usos, came in, knocked Logan Paul off, hit the 1D on him, then they threw him to the outside, set him up on the table. Then they saved I Show Speed first. Then they set him up on the table. They had I Show Speed come into the ring, go to the top rope. He climbed onto that like little stanchion thing behind it, or a pole, I guess it's not a stanchion. Um, then he splashed Logan Paul through the table. Then they did yeeted out of there. I'd say thumbs up because I wasn't expecting like an actually good match. You know, just some good fun. And then you had Logan Paul take a big bump, so I'm in. Sounds good to me.
Man.
Next match on the card had the unsanctioned match between Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, I thought this was a great match. They were going hard at each other, using the toolbox a lot. Not gonna lie. Drew Claymore kicked Fatu, and I think actually into the toolbox when he was holding it. That looked like a gnarly bump. And then the finish too was sweet. Fatu getting the table, setting it up, hitting the double moonsault onto Drew for the 3 because he hit it regularly earlier in the match, but Drew kicked out of it.
Oh shit!
So yeah, and then Fatu kicked out of the Claymore kick toolbox hit.
Damn.
Well, yeah. It was a very good match, very fast paced, hard hitting. But Fatu going over, great move, great finish to it. Thumbs up for me too.
Yeah, hell yeah. I mean, that's I'm happy that Fatu won. Now 2-0 in Mania, starting his Undertaker streak of his own. You know.
Be dope if they did that.
I mean, I'd be in. Yeah, Jacob Fatu always wins at Mania, always big time player.
All right.
Next match had the women's tag fatal 4-way. You had
It was Alexa and at first.
Yeah.
And
Bailey and Lyra.
Bailey. Yep.
And then Nia and Lash. And then you had the Bellas come out. Nikki could not make it on time. And then Paige.
So her impromptu partner was Paige. That match was also pretty fast paced. I thought it was good for a fatal 4-way tag match. Kind of hard to do everything without, or at least all at once. It's kind of like, I guess you could say, a sequence match, where you wait for your spot to go. But I thought it was still good. I called the Bella Twins technically winning.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't know Nikki was going to be hurt and Paige was going to show up, but she got the pin, got the win. I think this sets up probably like Nikki turning on Paige because she's going to be like, thanks for winning the belt. And then Paige is probably going to be like, yeah, but I'm champion. Like, this isn't yours. Hit with the crutch. Here's your next or first feud for Paige, I should say.
Yeah, I definitely see that being the case. Bellas can drop the tag titles pretty dang quick anyways, so it's really not that big a deal.
Yeah.
All right. Next match on the docket. Becky Lynch challenges for AJ Lee's Intercontinental Championship. What'd you think of the match?
Man, I thought it was a good match. I'm upset AJ didn't retain, but yes, it does make sense. Can't have AJ be 4-0 against Becky, so can't be mad about that. I thought it was a very decent match. Becky's beef with, I forgot that referee's name,
Jessica
but
Carr.
yes, thank you. That was a good tie to the match. How they kept getting each other's face. Becky shoved her, she shoved back, and then it also led to her being in a position for the ref bump when AJ tried running into Becky in the corner, which set up or gave time for Becky to turn around and pull off the pad that she was working on earlier. Grabs AJ, slams her head into it. Manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. New champ. I don't know if they're going to continue off this. Hopefully they do. Hopefully that's the end of the feud, but I guess we'll see because it was a screwy finish. So who knows what will happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I definitely hope they kind of move off. Each go their separate.
We'll have to see on Raw.
100%. Yeah, we'll figure it out Monday. Yeah. All right, you want to kick me this one?
Do you have any thoughts?
Oh yeah, good call.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're speeding through it.
No, well, yeah. I mean, it just was a kind of a. I guess I'm kind of my thoughts on this match. I could kind of just take to the overall card. I just feel like all the matches they felt like they were cut short.
They were flying by.
What did this match go? Like 7 minutes, maybe 8.
I think like 8 minutes. Yeah. I know they were all under 10.
Yeah, these are WrestleMania matches. What are we? It's
only it felt like a quick Mania.
It's not like it's like a 12 card night. You got to speed through in 3 hours or whatever. You got
if you were gonna have 4 all the matches
7 matches.
If they were gonna have all the matches like this, they should have just went back to one night. If they were going to do that.
Seriously, we could have got through the card.
2 nights,
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have been done. Yeah.
I'm happy that Becky won, though. So, thought the match was pretty decent, to be honest. I got no complaints, I thought it was better than the Elimination Chamber match, to be honest.
Agree.
All right.
And then up next, we have the visionary Seth freaking Rollins versus Gunther. What'd you think of the match? I have match of the night for me, to be honest. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I'd agree. Match of the night for me as well.
I'll let you give your thoughts out.
Yeah. No, I definitely agree. Match of the night for me as well. I like the fact that they brawled before the bell. Had a bit of a, so they could still have a straight match, but bit of a, Seth was using some chairs. They were able to use the terrain outside. Seth had the upper hand a little bit. Then they got into the ring, started the match. Good bit of fun. They were really going back and forth like a good classic Gunther match. Can't complain. Good quality wrestling back and forth. Seth Rollins can absolutely go as well. Just a bit of a cloud hanging over because I just was like, I guess you don't know that Braun Breaker is going to be there, but you got a feeling. The reports were all that he was ready for Mania, and they just didn't want to rush the feud. So I was the whole time I'm waiting for Braun Breaker, but I still enjoyed the match. Then Seth went crazy on him, ended up hitting a stomp on Gunther. Then he started walking away from him. And that's when in my head I'm like, oh, here comes Braun Breaker. And he speared him. And where was the ref? Not, it never got taken out. He just
Yeah,
conveniently
yeah,
missed this happening. And
yeah.
then, yeah, Seth gets choked
He
out.
just decided to go check on Gunther at that specific time. That shit. Yeah, no, I agree. I really liked the before the bell brawl. I thought that was a good way for them to kind of make it. I don't want to say like a no DQ, but show more violence before the like without it being a DQ, I should say, because they were going hard. I mean, when Seth grabbed those chairs from over the barricade and he's throwing them at Gunther, he threw one in the leg, hits Gunther right in the jaw with it, and it hard hitting match. The
Brutal.
Braun running, I should have seen that coming when you said that the reports were out there that he was ready to go. And yeah, especially how when we were watching too, you said how they were shooting the camera angle or the camera cuts and stuff too, trying to like hide a little bit to show of Braun showing up. I should have known then, but I was still thinking Seth had a chance, thought he could do it.
Man,
Was
I was
not able
hoping you
to.
were right, dude. I wanted Seth to win so bad. I hope they're able to run it back at Mania again in the future and like have a proper, good quality match. Hell, maybe next year. I mean, considering next year Roman will likely, if Rock's going to ever come back, it will be in Saudi because they're going to pay him a ridiculous amount of money to come back, and they'll do Roman Rock. So Seth could absolutely he could wrestle Gunther again and have an actual banger. Hopefully, no interferences. Maybe Seth goes over. Make it 1-1.
I'm down.
I'd be
I'm down.
hyped, man. I'd
1-1.
be hyped.
Match 3.
Absolutely.
But Braun Seth will be a good feud, so I'm
Good bit
ready
of
for
fun.
that.
I'm hyped for Monday.
Yeah,
I'm hyped for
yeah.
Monday.
And with Braun hugging Heyman at the top of the key, we'll definitely hear from probably Paul Heyman on Monday, if not Braun Breaker.
Yeah, we'll probably hear from them both. If we're maybe, I would say to open, but considering tomorrow night is the World Heavyweight Championship, that'll probably open. Whoever
Yeah.
wins probably open. Um. Okay. Uh. Next match, and I felt like this one was probably the biggest victim of the short match for no reason. The Women's World Championship match, I believe, went under 8 minutes.
Yeah, saw it on Twitter, so don't know how credible,
Not gospel,
but
yeah.
I believe they're right. It went 6 minutes and 50 seconds as the shortest match on the night. Your Women's World Championship match.
And yes, Liv Morgan has a hematoma, so I won't act like she's, in perfect condition. But if she's good enough to wrestle, I think she can give you 10 minutes. And you could have used the Judgment Day more if, it's a Women's World Championship match. I don't know. I feel like
everything
longer.
Everything felt very rushed in it. So, I mean, Liv Morgan did look fine, though. The run-in from Roxanne and Raquel was good, but again, that all felt rushed. I felt like, if they had more time, they could have built to it. Maybe even just start out with Roxanne coming out first for a distraction and keep Raquel hidden until the big point, but it was a pretty decent match. Liv Morgan's your new champion. For what it was in 7 minutes, I don't have really any complaints. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, I'd agree. I mean, nothing against the performers. I felt like they did a quality job, so I enjoyed it. And I really think I'm going to be right about Raquel.
Probably,
Raquel being, turning on her. Real quick, they did have a big surprise. Bianca Belair came out, found out she's pregnant. Congratulations to her, obviously.
Yes, her and Montez.
As a mark, I was really excited for her to be back soon, so I was like, damn, probably not going to see her for well over a year. So, like, that was like, damn,
Yeah.
disappointed for that. But I'm obviously, like, I'm only talking in a wrestling sense. Obviously excited for her and Montez Ford. That's what's happening. I just was bringing it up because they had a whole segment for it as a surprise. So I was like, shit, it's
Yes,
important, and it's Bianca Belair. Like, she's important.
as John Cena said, the youngest WWE superstar.
Mm. Right, my bad. Sorry. You can go.
Oh, that was all I had to say.
No, I meant like you can go
Or
with the
did it?
next one. Yeah, there wasn't much to
Oh,
say
my
about
bad,
it.
my bad.
Yeah. No, you're good. You're good.
My bad. And then for your main event, you had Randy Orton with Pat McAfee, who got his own entrance against Cody Rhodes, the champion. I'll let you go first. What'd you think about the match? At least there wasn't as much Pat McAfee interference as you thought it was. And we were right. Jelly Roll did interfere and take him out in the beginning, so that probably sets up backlash. But what did you think of the match? And I think I know how you feel about the finish, but also give me your thoughts on the afterbirth.
I'm going to save my Randy Orton Mark thoughts for the end. I'm just gonna, as a wrestling fan, I was very excited that Jelly Roll took out Pat McAfee to start, just because I was nervous that the whole match was just gonna be tainted by Pat constantly like ruining it, and it's like, bruh, we get it. You're trying to be a heel that everyone hates. Like, you don't have to be a person that everyone hates too. But anyways, um, so Jelly Roll took him out. That was nice. Then you had my bad. Then you had the match start. Randy ended up kind of tweaking his back a little bit early. There was some good back and forth action. They each hit each other's finisher, kicked out of it. Then Randy hit an RKO that Cody kicked out of. Then Randy ended up eventually RKOing Charles Robinson.
After the eye poke.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah, eye poke Cody. Oh, no, he got eye poked. Sorry, right?
Yeah, Cody eye poked him.
Yeah.
And Charles Robinson was right behind him. Pause for the RKO. And then Cody Rhodes goes for the longest Cody cutter I'd ever seen. I was confused why he was doing that. And then out of nowhere, RKO. Great RKO. Goes for the pin. Pat McAfee comes back from the stretcher.
Too late. Took too fucking long.
Yep, took too long. Gets in. Doesn't fast count two for his boy. Just normal count. 1, 2. Kick out by Cody. They're Randy's standing next to Pat. Pat's like, oh my God. RKO to Pat.
Deserved it.
Randy's pissed.
Should have fast counted. Fake heel.
Should have fast count.
Fake heel.
And then, real heel. But sadly, that set up Cody Rhodes for Crossroads. 1, 2, 3. Still your undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes. But this is why I wanted your thoughts on the afterbirth, because Randy Orton hit Cody Rhodes with the championship belt and punted him. So do you think that they're going to take Cody out and it's going to be vacant now?
No chance. He tanked a pile driver. He came back, I think, either a week or two later. He'll be back either Friday or next Friday. 1,000%. He'll be back to prep for the Backlash match, and he'll pin Randy again. And, I mean, Cody did just get the belt, so, like, to be honest, probably should have saw this coming. It's not like, people are going to be online saying Cody Hogan. To be honest, just being realistic, he's had the belt for just over, 40 days. He's really, as long as he's not going on, another year-long reign, I mean, I'm sure he'll drop it at SummerSlam or, Clash in It, something like that. We'll have to see, obviously. But you know, I don't know how consequential the afterbirth is going to be, truthfully. We'll have to see. I would love it if they do make it consequential, where Cody is out for a while. Maybe they're like, yeah, he's really hurt his neck and he's got to be out for a while. They are going to drop the title. That would be crazy. But I don't. I feel like he's going to be out for maybe a week or two.
That's fair. Yeah. I hope they leave him out for a while. I mean, the punt's like one of the most protected finishers. At least 09 Randy Orton it was.
So it's supposed to be.
Yep.
Yeah.
Took out everyone with it. So I would like, especially with how cut up Cody was too.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like if they could play into that, even if it's just for a month, or even if it just leads to, Cody vacating it, Randy winning it, and then you do the whole "you never beat me, I beat you" thing,
Mm-hmm.
Never beat me for the belt.
Right.
You just won the belt.
Yeah, I mean, they could. I'll just say my Randy Orton Mark thoughts real quick. I can't believe this. Triple bald couldn't stand the thought of Randy Orton having more championship wins than him. So he had to book Cody, his little precious QB1, to win a fucking again. Randy Orton absolutely should have kicked out of that crossroads there, and he should have ended up hitting another RKO and then a punt kick in the match, pinned for the win, and then you could have Cody be out for a while, come back at SummerSlam or something, and then beat Randy. That's fine. I don't understand why you built him up like this, because here's the issue. He's just going to go back to either gone or fucking wrestling with celebrities. Like, this was the time to make him legitimate. But once again, you paired him with Pat McAfee. What are we doing? Ruining one of the greatest superstars of all time, who still can go. He can still go. It's not like we're just like freaking patting him along. Like, oh, Randy, glad you're having a good time. We're still going to watch, buddy. We love you. But, God, you can't wrestle. It's not that. He can go. I don't understand why we're not utilized. I just don't get it. But that's why I saved that, and I prefaced and said Randy Orton Mark thoughts, because not everyone's going to agree with me, and there's nothing factual about that. That's just me being a fan. I want Randy to be the champ, and I understand it's Randy Orton. I'm not asking him to be champ for a fucking year. Hell, I'm not asking him to be champ for 3 months. It'll probably be like a month and a half, 2 months. I'm okay with that. I don't care, and I understand. Probably people are going to be like, oh, you think Triple H is the one who made that goal? Yeah, I do think it is, first of all. It probably doesn't have anything to do with the champion. Fucking Randy Orton needs to win at least one more in his career. I understand me thinking he's going to beat Cena's record as a pipe dream. That ain't happening, but at least one more. And he could hold it for a week. And then, like, frickin' Obafemi just squashes him. I wouldn't even care. He's gotten squashed by Mark Henry before. I wouldn't care. I can live with that. Like, he'll do the business, clearly. But, yeah, that for me as a fan, that really sucked. Yo, what is up? It is your boy BDT Athletics here with the WrestleMania Night 2 review. Got my boy DakDiehl. Much better night of wrestling, if I do say so myself. Let's go ahead and get it started with the opener, though. We got the ruler, Obafemi, conquering the beast Brock Lesnar in a sub 5-minute match with only one pinfall attempt. Just an absolute masterpiece. How'd you feel about it?
I thought it went perfectly how it needed to be. You made Obafemi the dominant man, as well we'll get to later, and the dominant ruler that he will become later down the year, as it seems like. I thought it was a good match too, able to make Brock and Oba both look strong. Excuse me. Seeing Brock hit F5 and Oba pop right back up after, definitely needed. Definitely got a good
100%.
pop off of that
Awesome,
too.
bro.
So yeah, I mean, I was hyped for this match.
Same.
Only complaint, could have went a little longer, but that's just me being nitpicky.
It was perfect.
I was shocked though that Brock Lesnar retired right after.
Same.
So yeah, I mean, if there was a time to do it, I guess at Mania, especially putting over Obafemi. That's the pro wrestling way to go out. You go out on your back.
Yeah, and I kind of pitched it while I was at a friend's house while watching. I, and this is just my headcanon. I have no proof at this. Um, I was just thinking like, dang, maybe Brock Lesnar was like, yo, I don't want to get choked out by, and I'm talking from Brock Lesnar's perspective, some fat European dude who could never lace my boots in an actual fight. I don't want to get choked out by him. I'll go over to the guy who's going to be the next me, or I'll put the next guy over like that. Um, I mean, because Rey Mysterio pretty much swerved Gunther too. He's like, I'm not retiring to you, dude. Weave, not happening. So, I mean, we'll see. I saw somebody online saying they expect Gunther's gonna press Paul Heyman for literal months, and then eventually he's gonna like beat him down, and then Brock Lesnar will come back to like save him or something, and then they'll do the SummerSlam match, which I wouldn't hate. It's wrestling. I'm not, he hasn't signed a legal document saying he's done, so I'm not gonna hold him to his word gunpoint. I wouldn't hate the match. Honestly, my preference, I hope he's actually retired, because that's an awesome way to go out, putting over somebody like Obafemi. Just a perfect match. My favorite match of the night.
I agree.
100%.
And then up next, we had the Intercontinental Ladder 6-way championship match between the champion Penta, Javon Evans, Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Rey Mysterio. What'd you think of match? What'd you think of the Penta retain? I called, by the way.
You did. Great match. I think it was the right winner as well. I did pick Rusev. I kind of was just going out on a limb. If I'm being honest, I really should have taken Penta. That was kind of the obvious choice that he was going to win. This was the second best match of the night, and if I'm being honest, like I just liked the Oba Brock because that was like exactly how I wanted to play out, and I was so hyped for it. This was kind of probably the best match of the night because everybody showed out. Dragon Lee showed out, hit a Styles Clash, for example. Rey Mysterio hit a bunch of 619s. JD McDonough with a Spanish Fly. Penta with the Mexican Destroyer onto JD McDonough on the ladder. Javon Evans with the OG cutter. Rusev was murking people. It was fucking an awesome match. I agreed. I saw somebody on YouTube, Chisel Adonis. He said second best IC ladder match in Mania history, only behind Michaels and Razor Ramon. I'm like, I'm into that. I think it's better than 31. I've watched that one. I have not watched 32's ladder match, so I'd have to watch that. I think that was the one where Matt Cardona went over. Or no?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay. Whatever one Matt Cardona went over, I've only seen the ending. I haven't seen the entire match. 31 was really good though. But I think this was better. How did you feel about it?
I thought it was a great match. It was just so fast paced, and like you said, they were all hitting their moves. Rey Mysterio hit a West Coast pop onto the ladder outside. I
Rusev,
thought that
right?
was awesome to see.
That was wild.
Yeah, that was awesome. The Mexican Destroyer into the ladder in the corner was awesome. Looked painful as hell too. And the super OG cutter too was great. I was just astounded the whole match. I thought Javon Evans was going to get speared, though, when he was holding on to the belt. I thought they were going to do, like, the recall to Edge spearing Jeff Hardy. I thought that was going to happen. So I was kind of waiting for that, but then he just fell and I was like, oh, okay, But, it was an amazing match. It definitely what you needed, especially on ESPN, to get people to want to tune in, I'd say.
Yeah. No, that was an awesome match. The start of this night was just so much better than night one. I mean, night one, to be honest, probably the start was like arguably the best part of the night, but still wasn't that great. This night was like, oh god, if I didn't already have like VPN and Netflix and stuff, I would have been like, dang, maybe I gotta foot the bill, gotta watch the rest of this.
Right.
Then Next match of the night, Sami Zayn defended his United States Championship against Trick Williams. How did you feel about it? And how'd you feel about me calling a double turn?
I mean, I guess you call it a double turn. It's just more the
Sami
fans
was
were
working heel
booing
the
it.
whole time.
Yeah,
He was working heel too. It was not. It wasn't like he was just getting
I'll give
booed.
it.
He was working
I'll give
heel.
you
Tell me I'm
that.
wrong.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
I could
But I thought
watch.
it was
He's gonna say
the
he's
right way
not
to.
and be like, "I'm here for all the diehard Sami Zayn fans" on Friday. My bad.
I
I keep
guess
interrupting.
yeah, we'll have to see. We'll have to see on Friday at least to see if it's official. They could have just been working that way, Makes it
It's fair.
easier
Fair.
to work the match. But I thought it was great way to go, right way to go to Trick Williams winning the belt. I guess the big thing now is if they are gonna try to make him a face with the belt, I still think you wait until the Carmelo feud. To do that, or after I should say. That's just me future booking, but yeah, this match was great. I no complaints other than it being I think just around 10 minutes. Could have gave him 15. It's
Yeah.
Mania. Let's let everyone show out.
I
That's
think
just me. I
no.
I don't mind long manias.
I
Especially with 2
definitely.
days. Come on.
I definitely wish the matches were longer, but I just feel like a broken record complaining about it. There was a problem again tonight, but it was at least a little bit better
Yeah,
than the night prior. But I think the only way to go, unfortunately, forward with that is I think they have to have Carmelo be more of a tweener because they can't just have him act like he's okay with the way he lost his belt and the way he missed out on Mania. So I think he would be more of the heel against Trick anyways because he's gonna get booed again. I mean, he might not get booed against Trick, but Trick's gonna get most of the cheers anyways. So I'm not saying he has to work heel, but I think Trick's just gonna be a face, man. I think he's like I said, he's gonna be, and I sound like I'm I don't even know meat riding him or whatever, but he's gonna be like The Rock, where he could just be a prick and nobody's gonna care. They're gonna cheer him. So I think he's gonna be face, and they might as well because they're just gonna screw over other faces if he wrestles against other baby faces because they're just gonna get booed. So I think they might as well change him. But I hear you on the Sammy. They might have just had him be heel against Trick, and he might come back out. And I'd prefer him be a heel though because he's kind of I don't know. I'm just kind of tired of the gimmick at this point. We could switch it up.
play into the Sammy Hogan that they keep calling him.
And on Friday Night SmackDown, he did with the Gingerbread Man. He did bring out a little bit of his Karen side. That the last time he was healed, he said, "I don't like how you're looking at me. I don't like how you're standing that close to me. I need you to stand over there, please." I was like, "Whoa." This fucking guy. I started hating him real quick. I'm like, this fucking guy. Hold on.
And then up next, we had in a no DQ match, which I didn't know until they announced it. I thought it was just a normal one-on-one.
You're supposed to.
The Demon Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio with the Demon winning. What did you think? How do you like it? I didn't think they'd let Finn Balor win, but I'm glad they did.
I liked it a lot because I liked the way they booked it because Dom's got a history of being afraid of supernatural things, and he was afraid at the start. He didn't necessarily wrestle afraid, which I liked. I liked that they didn't go fully with what I thought it was going to be, where he'd get squashed. He didn't get squashed. He got some offense in, but the Demon looked strong. I mean, he got hit with the 619 and a frog splash, kicked out at 1. Then got hit with the chair a bunch of times, the sequence again, kicked out at 2. And then he freaking one coup de grace through the table, squashed. I was like, dang. I was not mad at all, by the way. It sounds like I was mad when I say that, but no, that was exactly what I wanted to see. The Demon was booked properly. He was able to power through because Dom's not a main eventer yet, and he's just never going to be booked super strong. That's just not his character. So he can kind of lose those matches, and it's not like you couldn't see him winning. I mean, he's still the AAA champion. So,
Yeah.
I felt like that just was more so beneficial for Finn, and we could do Finn versus Penta or something.
Yeah, I agree. This loss doesn't take anything away from Dominic, and it was a great way to put over Finn Balor and keep the Demon character strong. Because when Dom was hitting him with those chair shots, and he pops back up and grabs the chair and hits him right back, he was whipping him, and it's great to see the Demon back in form, especially after Edge kind of killed it at their WrestleMania match. So, it's nice to see it brought back and shown to the strength that he's known for. So,
well, I don't know why they had Edge beat the Demon. Like, how stupid is that? All right. And in the penultimate match of the evening, we had the women's title. Jade Cargill defended against Rhea Ripley. How'd you feel about Rhea getting the victory, and how'd you feel about the match?
I thought it was actually a pretty good match. I was glad that they were both able to show their kind of like strong women aspects and just suplex each other and keep going. The reversals out of each other's finishers, I thought looked pretty clean and smooth. I like the run in from. Does Jade Cargill's group have a name yet, or is it like, just Meechin and BFAB?
I think it's the Baddies or something, but I just go Meechin and BFAB because I don't really know it.
Yeah. Yeah, running from Meechin to get the distraction. I like that. Gave you that little false finish that Jade was going to retain. And then Rhea was about to get jumped on the outside, and out comes Io Sky for the save. And Io's fake to Jade when she went for the boot and then hits the moonsault onto BFAB and Meechin. That was so clean. Yeah. I don't know if you saw that.
I did. That was wild. Io's so clean. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, I'm glad Rhea won. I think this is a good way to kind of get her on SmackDown, again, without using the draft per se. Kind of like, well, we'll get to it, but what happens later, they were able to do a championship swap between shows without using the draft, which I think will help them in the long run, too.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah, I was pretty much. I totally agree with you. I thought it was a great match. Jade looked strong, and then it was going back and forth. And then I liked at the end how Rhea didn't just straight up hit her finisher. She got countered. Then it looked like Jade was going to hit a finisher, and then Rhea powered through and hit her finisher for the finish. So I thought it was a pretty good match. The only thing I will say is when Io came out, all it did was remind me that Io Sky did not have a WrestleMania match this year. And it made me very upset. I was like, man. Talk about a performer that deserved a WrestleMania match.
And then, for your main event, you had former world champion CM Punk defend against the new winner, OTC, Roman Reigns. Throw the ones up for all the Roman fans. How'd you think of the match? What do you think of the outcome?
I mean, I thought this was an awesome match, and you know me, I'll just come out and say it. A closet Punk hater. I've been trying to hide it, but he won me over this match, dead serious, not even a troll. I was trying to hate on it too. I'm like, man, I don't know if I can give Punk a 5-star match, but I thought that was like probably a 5-star match, in my opinion. I'm okay with people thinking a little bit lower of it. That's fine. But I thought it was a 5-star match. I was enthralled the entire time, purely for hating reasons, and then he won me over, and I was like, damn, man, I don't care who wins. And Roman did an awesome job too. I thought it was like they both were 50% responsible for how awesome this match was. I mean, Punk going freaking off the top rope through the table with the elbow drop. I mean, come on,
the elbow.
That was filthy. And then, dude, CM Punk got my respect for how long he held, was like hanging upside down. That was like 2.5 minutes. And he got Superman punch, which obviously Roman probably barely hit him. But then he kind of whacked him with the fucking steel step. Like, damn, first of all,
yeah,
I know you're going to go into it too. But I think, like, I'm glad they didn't DQ it. But, like, we have to we gotta respect a little bit of our wrestling fan intelligence. We know the ref's looking. You gotta find a way to like, I don't know, look like you're gonna like grab a chair first or something, and then like make it so the ref's gonna grab it from you, and then when he goes to put it back, pick the chairs up, hit him with it, and drop him or something. I don't know. That's not even a good example, but there's plenty of ways where you could distract the ref. So I was just like, damn, you really could have distracted the ref there. Anyways, I'll finish up real quick because you deserve to talk about this more than me. I felt like at the ending, and this is where I really came to like catharsis. I was like, when CM Punk hit that first GT or the second one, I think it was, and then he like bounced off the ropes and came back on his shoulders. I'm like, oh my god, CM Punk's gonna win, and I'm not even like mad. I'm not even mad about this at all. And then Punk collapsed because he was so exhausted.
The collapse.
What a beautiful story, because it just tells the story like, listen, he was right. Roman was right that he's a little too old. It just caught up to him. The pace of the match, the beating he's taken, and Roman just had a little bit more in the gas tank, and that's the difference. Because I mean, listen, even as like a Punk fan yourself, you could easily tell yourself like, yo, Punk easily whoops his ass at a younger age. You can tell yourself that. It ain't the truth, but no, I'm just like, all right, I'll let you go.
Yeah. Terrible main event. Should have been a DQ. That's all I got. No, I'm kidding.
You're like, I'm out.
This is honestly. yeah. It should have ended. I turned it off after the steel steps hit. I was like, cool. Punk retains. Click.
Punk retain. Cool.
No, I honestly, match of the night for me. I was locked in every minute. I mean, yeah, I could bitch and moan about the steel steps, but it was more or less like you said, just insulting my intelligence of like, hey, that is a DQ. Like, if you're gonna do it some other way. Should have been counted out too, if we're doing that. At that point, just make it a no DQ match, even if you just have Michael Cole announce it before, maybe have like Alicia Taylor say it real quick, kind of like how they did with Finn and Dominic, because I didn't know that was DQ until she said the next match is a no DQ match. I was like, oh, bet. And they added more into it. We got a coup de grace through the table. I mean, we still got the elbow through the table, and Punk got put through the Spanish announce table. So, I mean, still had basically like a no DQ match, but it was just under one-on-one rules. But that's me bitching about that. Match-wise, my GOAT still got it. They tried to call him washed. He still shows out.
I did.
I thought this was one of Punk's best performances, probably best match. I still say Hell in the Cell against Drew's his best.
I'll give my take for. I think, and this, maybe you can call me a Punk hater for this. I feel like Drew was a little bit more responsible for the Hell in the Cell being better. That's why I think Punk's performance in this one might be his best, because he was. You could damn near argue Punk was more responsible than Roman.
That's fair.
You could go probably 55-45 Punk.
Well, yeah, because that's what I was gonna kind of get into. That's fair. Yeah, I'd probably say this is Punk's best match, because the way he was able to sell the pain and everything Roman was doing to him, but still give you that like boost of energy so he could hit the running knee into the corner, like when Roman was first setting up for the spear. He does the ooh-ah, and then boom, gets hit with the knee. And then Punk still, he took a minute there, like, because he's winded, but he had that energy to hit it at least. And then setting up, or I should say, first when he hit Roman with the low blow into the GTS.
Sells the desperation.
I thought that.
The desperation. I'll do whatever it takes.
Yeah. Right. Low blow, GTS 1, 2, kick out. Punk had an amazing kick out at like 2.9 as well. I forgot what Roman hit.
Roman was scaring me.
I don't think it was from the GTS.
And Dylan all night.
He got all the fans in the arena or I shouldn't say all, but like half of them to shout 3 because it was so perfect right before the hand smack. You just hear 1, 2, and then the ref stops and you hear half of them go 3, and you're like, oh no, it's a kick out. And I mean, I could just rave about all the spots they did this match, but I have to say the finish was probably one of the best and the best way that they could do it as well. Because I have to say, Punk selling the double spear was one of the best ways I've seen it actually happen. He takes that first one, doesn't get put down, gets back to his knees, just like kind of like a straight up gut
Sam
shot.
Hogan. No, I'm just kidding.
No,
I'm
come
trolling.
on.
I'm trolling. Keep going. My bad.
Takes it like a gut shot on the knees. Roman's in front of him, tries to swing at him, falls to the ground. That lets Roman go set it up off the ropes. Punk gets back to his feet. Second spear. 1, 2, 3. I thought that was perfect. Such a clean way to do it. And yeah. Exactly. Chef's kiss, perfect ending to it. I'm happy that Roman also said he's done with the part-time stuff because it's going to be nice to not see like every month just the OTC returns.
Yeah.
When he's been a member of the show for how long now? January?
Oh yeah, January 2024.
Yeah.
Yeah, since they went to Netflix.
Whenever they went.
Or no,
yeah,
that
I
was
was gonna say whenever they went to Netflix.
25. My fault. 2025. Yeah,
It's
no.
like
Awesome match.
so that would be nice. And then like I was saying earlier, you had Obafemi call him out too, and he responded. So it'll be nice that I don't know if they'll do that right away, but it'll be nice to see that down the line because that's a great match, and I want to see that.
Facts. Not right. Thankfully, down the line because Roman's definitely gonna win the first match because you know he is because that's just how it works. Unfortunately, gun to your head, Dak Meltzer. 5 stars.
Yeah, this 5-star. This was a 5-star match. This was a
yeah.
5-star match for sure.
Hell
This
yeah.
is like this is the match. Like if you, I got a list of matches that I'd show non-wrestling fans of like my friends to get them to enjoy it. This would be one of them.
Right.
To be honest.
Yeah. If they're you got to show them quick. The first one's always got to be like a quicker match. Then they'll want like a longer match, and then this is one of these where you could show them because it's always. Yeah. I found first one can't be long because they're just gonna tune out. It's got to be like a first one. Could be like a perfect one. Would be like LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Andrade at Crown Jewel 2024. Banger, quick, like 8.5 minutes. Banger. They got a bunch of shit in. Kurt Angle, Rey Mysterio, Randy Orton at Mania 22. That too.
Oba versus Brock.
Yeah, yes. Oba versus Brock is perfect actually because people know Brock Lesnar. It's been your boy, BDT Athletics. That's DakDiehl. WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2 review in the books. Peace out, y'all.
Peace out.
Have a good one.